It was a peaceful morning in Parrot Town. Dodrio were singing, Diglets were digging, and as Ketchum was already well awake and getting ready for his journey in fingerless ones. Scoot raised a bro, fireproof ones, has kept searching to scoot all of my clothes are fireproof, you know that. Suit sighed as her attempt at a joke failed again. Bottom left. As smiled as he pulled out the gloves, thanks. As finished putting on his gloves and slung on his backpack, he'd hurried out the door. Come on, if we hurry, we should be back before the others even make it to the lab. Suit smiled and ran after him. Coming, Dad. Who's there? As ran by kitchen and out the front door while calling out, Morning, Mom. Be back in a bit. Sue ran by soon after. See ya, Grandma. The door closed behind them. Delia sighed, and I just finished making the breakfast. Professor Oak's lab. As Suit, you two were here quite early. Professor Oak said, a bit surprised. As smiled and shrugged. Hey, better early than late, right? That's not a saying, Dad. Suit argued with a deadpan expression. Oak chuckled. Alright, come on in. I am pretty sure I know why you are here. The trio made their way upstairs and approached a large cylindrical stand in the middle of the room. Oak turned to face Ash and Suit and rubbed the back of his head sheepishly. Unfortunately, there'd been a bit of a shipping error and I don't happen to have any traditional starters for you, Ash. Ash sighed and rubbed the back of his head. Ah, George and I was really looking forward to starting today. He perked up when he realized the professor said and raised the brow. What do you mean? Traditional starters. Who pick up a Pokeball white while sweat dropping? Well, I do have something, though they are rather aggressive. Suit smirked. Aggressive, huh? Maybe I can knock some sense into them. As glared at her, we are not here to pick up a fight, Suit. Wait until the first training session. Oak chuckled again. Alright, here they are. He tossed the Pokeball into the air, releasing the Pokemon inside. The Pokemon turned out to be a Pikachu. Huh? The mouse Pokemon looked up at Ash before deadpanning and glaring at Oak. Freaking yeah! Really? This is what you got me? DJ! The Pikachu complained. I forgot it. There's no way I'm going to be playing with uh, some bat. The human only stared in confusion as he ranted. As look at the dark type, Suit mind translating. Pikachu finally took notice of a canine in the room. The mouse smirked and looked at Ash like he had just said the dumbest thing imaginable, which in his defense, he thought Ash had. Suit finally sighed. He said, and I quote, Freaking hell, really? This is what you got me for, Geezer? Well, forget it. There's no way I'm going to be updating over some little brat. She said in a monotonous tone. Pikachu really raised a brow, still smirking. Really? You're actually playing along, really. They are not gonna. Oak eyes narrowed. It's not nice to call someone a gauger no matter how old they are. Pikachu flinched at that, turning to face the professor in shock. Ash nodded, same here. Being called a noisy little brat isn't all that hurtful, but it was still mean to say. Pikachu turned to look at his food in wide eyed shock. They understood you! Scoot smirked. Well, it would be surprising if it didn't. After all, I'm speaking their language. Pikachu looked back and forth between the human and laughed nervously. Another thing, as said as he crouched down in front of the electric type, I don't want you to be affiliating. Well, what I want is for you to be my starter, to join Suit and I on our journey and train with us. But more importantly, as he smiled softly and held out his hand, I want you to be my friend. Pikachu looked at Ash curiously. He honestly never thought that he could consider a human as a friend. He still wasn't sure about this fucking idea. Then again, he didn't have a Pokemon that spoke human, so the language barrier was basically solved. Void. Pikachu shrugged and smiled. What the heck, I will join your party. He shifted to a smirk, at least until I got bored. Thought frowned at the last part and sighed. He said yes. Ash couldn't help but smile as Professor Oak handed him Pikachu's Pokeball when he raised it toward the mouse Pokemon. The electric type flinched. Ash blinked before smiling softly. You too, huh? He reached down and put the ball on his belt. Don't worry. Should hate them too. Pikachu sighed in relief as the cage disappeared. Here you go, Ash. Oak said as he held out 5 Pokeballs and a Pokédex. Ash happily accepted before placing the Pokeballs and Pokédex in separate pockets. Thank you, Professor. Come on, guys, we still have a lot to say to Mom before we had a goodbye. Ash said before running back downstairs, then leaving the lab. Hey, wait up! Soup shouted while running after Ash. Pikachu bounced after them. Oak sighed in relief when he heard the front door close. He moved back to the last cylinder and pressed the button on the side. The center door opened to reveal 3 Pokeballs marked with water droplet, a flame, and a leaf. The professor smiled softly. Thanks, Arceus. They fucking really fell for it. Suit, Ash, and Pikachu. Suit caught up to Ash, and the two talked among right wrist. What's that thing? Pikachu asked as he poked the green and black wasp. Ash looked down and grimaced upon seeing what he was doing. No, wait! The center of the wasp suddenly turned yellow and started spinning on its own. Pikachu flinched. What? What did I do? What's going on? The watch suddenly spinning and turned green as sighed as a silhouette resembling a Pikachu appeared on the center of the watch. Ash sighed, it's nothing. Sorry, I overreacted. Pikachu glared up at him. Yeah, right. You freak out after I touch it and then suddenly calm down after a picture of me shows up on it. He pointed up at him accusingly. You are hiding something. Pikachu jumped out of Ash's arms and pointed again. What did you do to me, human? Ash looked at Sort. She looked back at her eyes narrowed. Oh, like you need me to translate that? Ash sighed again before looking back at Pikachu. Fine, I'll show you. He raised a hand, but before wait until we get home. Alright. Pikachu kept glaring. Fine. Ash and Suit continued to walk home, with Pikachu following them from behind, about at a distance. At Ketchum House. Mom, we are home. Ash called out as she walked through the front door. I got my Ash turns to see Ketchum. Ash blinked at hearing his full name. He looked over to see his mother glaring at him, still wearing her apron. Oh, right. Breakfast. Ash thought frozen in place. Delia, continuing glaring, I spent half an hour putting together a gigantic farewell breakfast for you and Suit, and you ran out the door saying, back in a bed. Ash looked around for Suit. He found her and Pikachu hiding behind the couch, trembling. Fucking traitors. Ash looked back at his mother and flinched. I just got really excited and wanted to get there early and breakfast. Delia interrupted before pointing at the dinner table. Now, she turned to glare at the couch. You too, so the two of them ran to the table and started eating, not waiting to anger Delia any further. Pikachu was still behind the couch and trembling. He was absolutely fucking terrified of this fucking new human that managed to scare the hell shit of his trainer and that bitch of a Mightyana that much. Oh, look at you. Delia squealed. Pikachu blinked and looked up to see the woman staring down at him with a smile. Delia immediately picked up and started cuddling him. Aren't you just the cutest little thing? What the? Pikachu had no idea what was going on. First, this human gave off a strange and seriously weird vibe that made the fucking hell of his life scared of him. And now she was acting the nicest being imaginable. Pikachu was about to have a hell of a heart attack or Pokemon version until she started scratching him under the chin. Oh, absolute bliss. Ja! Pikachu cried out in pure joy. Delia looked over at the table and smiled brightly, still patting the mouth. Yes. So, why don't you introduce this adorable little fudge ball here? As quickly swallowed before answering. That's Pikachu. Professor Oak was out of the normal starter, so he gave that to me. Delia continuing petting Pikachu. Well, I'm happy he was, and you couldn't ask for anything much cuter. Pikachu said nothing. He just laid in Delia's arm with a goofy and seriously addicted smile on his face as she patted him, as and could just continue eating at the table. This was essentially the next hour. Later, Ash's room. Pikachu grudgingly recovered from earlier and glared at the only human in the room currently present. Alright, spill it. Ash looked at the mouse in confusion. Huh? What? Pikachu pointed at him accusingly. You know what? That thing on your wrist. I want to know what it did to me. Don't think I've forgotten that. Ash groaned. Fine, just don't say I didn't want you. Pikachu blinked in surprise. Did he just? His thoughts were interpreted when Ash started messing with the watch. The middle part popped up and Ash spun it until it revealed the Pikachu silhouette again. Ash looked back at Pikachu with a frown. Are you sure about this? Pikachu nodded, then thought he was starting to go obnoxious. Ash sighed before slamming down the center of the watch. Pikachu blinked and shielded his eyes as a green flash light up the room. When the light faded, Pikachu looked back at Ash and his eyes widened in shock. Standing there, instead of his new human trainer, or what he wanna call himself, a human friend, was another Pikachu with a green symbol from Ash's watch on their stomach. Yo! Ash called out for his Pikachu painted. Damn guys, this is it for today. If you liked my first episode of this series, then don't forget to subscribe my channel, turn on the bell icon, and please, if you like this series, then check out other videos of my channel PokeKings. So yeah, that's it for today. And if you wanna join the membership, then go ahead. I just am need for some money. You can also donate that on the description. So yeah, that's it. For watching.